Let's go. All right.
Let's
Welcome,
go.
everyone. Happy Monday. Let's do this. Okay. September 11th here in the United States. Just a second of acknowledgement here. It's, you know, I don't know if everyone here does remember 9/11 or was old enough to be able to remember it either. So I do. And I see Anjali is here as well. She does as well. But just starting with that, just an acknowledgement there. But we're here for the AI Collab Land meetup. Let's dive in agenda wise. I was hoping that this meetup we would be able to leak some POCs. We're not quite there yet, but very, very, very close. We're waiting for one of our partners to be finishing up kind of a feature that is going to really help unlock virality. I'll get into that in a minute when I go over the member portal. Then we're going to talk about just what does this mean for future opportunities for us, and then can close out with a quick Q&A. So because we don't have the POC, this demo to show, which we will show in the next AI meetup, this meeting will be a little bit on the shorter side. But let's dive into what we're going to be seeing next AI meetup. So we're going to be launching the Collab Land member portal soon. And how does the Collab Land member portal have to do anything with AI? Well, that's a really good question. So let me unpack that. So first off, what is the Collab Land member portal? The Collab Land member portal is a way for members to have a direct connection with Collab Land, and you'll be able to send and receive transactions. We're going to have a member mini app marketplace with different types of apps. So for trading, for swapping, for playing little mini games, if you're familiar with like friend.tech, or I think the latest one that just dropped a couple of days ago, I think is called Pet Friends. And so you're seeing this kind of social, casual, crypto, I don't know, mini games, if you will, and we're all for it. So this member portal will be a PWA that will allow members to install these mini apps. And also, because we, from a values perspective, always want to try and keep members as safe as possible, we're incorporating new technology that Apple, Google, and Microsoft are all moving towards, which is called passkey. So instead of having to do username and passwords, you'll be able to use passkey. It's going to be embedded directly in iOS and in Android. It uses cryptography. It's really what's going to take us into the next cycle from a consumer perspective. And with what we're doing with Lit Protocol, and this is the first point, with the GM Pass, is allowing multi-factor authentication for your key using a multi-party compute network, an MPC network. So it's a handful and a mouthful, but you can think about the GM Pass, which is already in production. We've been using it. So if you've been in the Collab Land Discord and you've done kudos, you already have a GM Pass. Now, that GM Pass right now is signing your verifiable credentials, saying that it's come from you. Now, we're going to extend this signing for smart accounts. For those that are more technically inclined, it is also referred to as account abstraction. So the GM Pass will be the first signer for your smart account. And this is where we are laying the groundwork for AI. And AI will allow for you as a user to be able to tell the AI what to do, and it can do those things on your behalf. So instead of having to say, I want to swap on Uniswap, bridge over to Base, and then buy some friend.tech keys, what you can do is just tell the AI, I want to buy 3 keys of Twitter username XYZ. And the AI will interpret that. And this is what is called in Ethereum research intents. It will be able to perform those actions for you. And so this is where we are establishing as a foundation for us in our evolution with Collab Land. Now, we have the GM Pass already in production, like I said, in the Collab Land Discord server. It's using kudos right now, so you can send back and forth verifiable credentials. So this is our foray into building off-chain like reputation using cryptography. Now, the biggest issue that we've seen when it comes to this experiment with verifiable credentials, and that we're taking the time to make sure that we can launch this correctly, is this what we're calling claimable keys. Now, what is a claimable key? So a claimable key is the ability for Alice to send Bob a tip, some ETH, an ERC20 token, without Bob having to ever sign up for a wallet. It's claimable in that through Lit, and this is really the functionality that we're waiting for, because this is really what's going to allow us to go viral or super viral, is that from Bob's Discord ID, the unique identifier, we can deterministically generate a GM pass. And from the GM pass, which is the first signer to an account, we can counterfactually derive Bob's smart account. So all Alice needs to know is Bob's Discord handle on Discord or Bob's Telegram handle on Telegram, and you get the picture. As we move into other platforms, we can use this claimable keys to initiate or for allowing anyone to initiate a transaction to anyone else, regardless of whether they've signed up for a wallet or not. And we think that this is a super strong viral component, because Bob is not going to necessarily want to sign up for a wallet, go through all of the rigmarole of like understanding something without knowing the benefit. But if Bob is like, wait, Alice just sent me some ERC20 tokens or an NFT or some ETH, then Bob has that motivation to go, okay, let me claim it. And it's already set up. So this is what we're super excited about. And I think this, again, is going to allow us to get these Web 2 type virality in Web 3. And so with that, we've been also working on a lot of safety and security measures when it comes to the member portal. And this is where the passkey integration comes into play. So this is the third point. Now with passkey, we are able to allow the user to, if their Telegram or their Discord account gets hacked, to have an alternate way of being able to secure their account. So we fully believe that all wallets and accounts should be non-custodial. We also believe in, with this custodialness, this decentralization, but in a progressive manner, that we will allow the users that want to take the easy, frictionless route, if they want to trade, if they want to tip, if they want to do transactions within the platform, they can do so. But if they want to take full custody and remove the bot as a signer, they can. And they should have full custody of their account at all times. And so this passkey integration is going to be the, root authority for the member portal. And this member portal that we're going to be launching is going to be a PWA, just like if you're just following along within the Ethereum ecosystem with embedded wallets, PWAs like the ones that FriendTech and Pet Friends is using, allows for push notifications and allows for all this great stuff so that your DApp, our DApp in the member portal, and the DApps that integrate with the member portal can take advantage of push notifications and a lot of the intrinsic things as users have in a native app, but without having to be a native app. And we can go into PWA modifications and notifications and all of that good stuff in another deep dive when we talk about the specifics of how we're going to hook into AI and how AI can hook into these PWA analytics. And the passkey integration will also be embedded within chat. So there are some platforms that are easier to embed passkey in for 2FA for your smart account than others. And so we're starting on Telegram, and we're running those last experiments now. And we're super excited, actually, by both Telegram and Discord, so that when you're signing up for a wallet, we want the experience to be as smooth as possible so that you don't even have to leave your platform. And as we experiment this on smaller platforms, we will progressively release this to larger platforms. So that is kind of the roadmap, if you will, and how we plan to release the member portal, the GM Pass, and our integration with Passkey, which set the foundation for AI agents. And we want to set the groundwork and the foundation first before we start integrating AI in a meaningful way, because AI is one of those technologies that if you don't get the foundation right at the beginning, it's hard to understand second and third order effects. So we're so close with launching the member portal and all of the proper foundations for user security. And then we are free to just experiment. And that's what I'm super excited about. And so that's how the member portal is going to impact or affect AI. All right, so that's the member portal. I'm going to stop there. I'm going to read through the stage and see if there is any questions. And Chibi, are there any questions?
Yes, actually. So we've been talking a little bit about kudos and how they work, and I'm sending some kudos in the chat. And we have some members that are curious about what kudos are and how they work. Do you think we can talk a little bit about that before we move on?
Yeah, happy to. Thank you, Chibi. Appreciate the summary there on the chat. So kudos is a way to acknowledge someone in a Collab Land Discord server. We have kudos as a mini app in all of the Collab Land Discord servers or Collab Land managed Discord servers that an admin can install through the mini app marketplace. However, one small nuance is that only in the Collab Land Discord server are the GM Pass related features associated with kudos. Now, what does that mean? That means that in the Collab Land Discord server, when a user is sending a kudos, that kudos is signed with your GM Pass. On other servers, that kudos is signed by the Collab Land bot. So here it's who is attesting to that kudo. And this kudo is a signifier, just a string text that you're sending to someone else. And we hope that the kudos is this reputation building uh, asset. It's off chain, but it uses cryptography. In the Collab Land Discord server, the cryptography is the signing of the cryptography is generated by that user's GM pass. In other Discord servers managed by Collab Land, it's happening from the Collab Land bot. So it's like in the Collab Land Discord server, Alice is saying, "Bob, great job." And in other Collab Land managed Discord servers, the kudos is saying that the bot is saying Alice is saying that Bob has done a great job. So there's a slight difference. And the difference is that we're going to use the GM Pass version that's in the Collab Land Discord server, now using kudos to be able to build up reputation within a community. And we're going to use that same signing technology as, if you're familiar with a multi-sig wallet, as the EOA that is the signer to the multi-sig. And we believe that this is hugely powerful, so that you can now have and associate your digital identity, which is this GM pass that is used now in the Collab Land Discord server to sign a verifiable credential, which is an off-chain asset, to then being able to sign something that could help move assets in and out of your smart account. So we've been testing the GM Pass for several months. The reason why we wanted to just start with verifiable credentials, or these kudos, which is this reputational building exercise or mechanism, is that we wanted to make sure that we kick the tires. We looked at security in multiple angles, and we tested it with non-financial assets. But we are so excited and ready to start inching our way into being able to have this non-custodial ease of use access within first Telegram, Discord, and a bunch of other platforms that we have in the pipeline. So I want to, hopefully that was a decent description of not only the answer, but a little bit of how this ties into the member portal and the wallets or the smart accounts that are going to be given. We have a bunch of members within Collab Land managed Discord servers that are sitting on the sidelines. So they may be in open public channels like a general channel, but they don't have a wallet. They don't know how to, manage a private key, let alone like download a wallet, a Chrome extension, for example. And all of that is scary to them. And if they even do that, they don't know how to get the fiat on ramp so they can buy ETH or whatever the native token of the chain that they're interested in on, to be able to send and receive transactions. So with this GM Pass and the member portal and giving out smart accounts, we are just using technology that's just coming into production on Ethereum, which is EIP 4337, that allows for sponsored transactions. So when you're tipping in Discord or Telegram, or you're doing swaps, you don't have to worry about having the native asset. A lot of new users from interviews we've heard said that I have a token, but I can't transfer it. Someone sent me a token, I can't transfer it. I need another token to send my first token. And so with 4337, we can abstract the need for the payment of gas. And so it just is an easier onboarding and a better way for new users to get acquainted with crypto on their way to self-sovereignty. on their way to decentralization. All right. I see that there is an error happening in the chat here. We will take a look at that. And so thank you, Math Wisdom.
Oh, yeah,
So
I
I'll
see
pause
that.
there. Yeah,
Mhm.
we'll take care of it. Now, this is great. This is we are doing some modifications, and this is really useful information. So thank you, and thank you for bearing with us. We'll get this fixed right away. This is actually very encouraging from a technical perspective. What this error I'm seeing. So with that, just pause. If there are any other questions or any questions based off of the answers that they tried to give.
I have one question. It's not in the chat, but I was wondering. So one of the members sent the kudos successfully, and they're asking, so I do have a GM Pass now, right? I'm saying, yes, you have a GM Pass now. But is there a way that members can check on their GM passes or maybe find more information about it or not just yet?
That's a great question, and the answer is not just yet. And we are going to fix that when we launch the member portal. It may not be right at launch that you'll be able to see all your kudos, but it will be soon after that. Right now, what you can do is you can go to, and Anjali is giving the command, you can do /kudos space show, and it will show you your last 3. So right now in the chat in Discord, you can do /kudos space show, and it will show you your last 3 kudos or your last 3 verifiable credentials. We'll have them all surfaced in a better UI with the member portal so that you can actually see and scroll through all of your kudos.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Excellent. Okay. With that, let's go to the next slide that talks about future opportunities. And this is what we're also really excited about. And this is where we think another aspect of AI will come in. So what I talked about was a member portal, being able to have your own AI agent based off of maybe your transaction history or based off of your intents and what you want to do to either automate transactions on your behalf if you give it the authority to do so, or it can tell you the best and easiest way to get from your starting point to your destination, right? So you don't, as an Amazon customer right now, tell Amazon what product you want, what warehouse to ship it out from, what delivery truck to use, or which driver should drive that delivery truck and what route to take to get that product from the warehouse to where you're at. That, though, is kind of what you're doing right now when you have to trade, bridge, and buy and swap tokens. So the AI agent will not only fulfill these intents, but we think that there is this huge opportunity for gas sponsorship. So when we launch the GM Pass, that is the signer to your smart account, there will be options for others to pay the gas on your behalf. Now, if someone is launching a project and they want your attention, they could say, we'll pay for your gas. And because we're paying for your gas, please click on this link or do something. Maybe clicking on this link is a bad example because it kind of is PTSD when it comes to clicking on links in Discord and scamming and things like that. But it may be, hey, visit this site or do something, right? Like there is a way for AI to optimize advertising. And that's what you see right now, right? Like going all the way back to like web 1.0 when it comes to Google and their marketplace and SEO, right? That is kind of a very early version. PageRank is a very, very early version of quote unquote AI. And advertising, because you as a user going to Google is you want to put in a search intent, right? You're not going to Yahoo and looking through the taxonomy of all the different website categories. You're putting your intent into Google of what you want to see, and Google is spitting back search results. Advertisers via keywords and SEO are able to get in front of you, quote unquote, and show you ads. And so in the same way, we're just taking that Web 1.0 model, applying it to social crypto. So we're taking Web 2.0 social characteristics, potential business models from 1.0 for this new world of Web3. And so we're super excited by this opportunity and opportunities like this. And this is leveling up Collab Land in general. And so we've been talking internally about long-term research when it comes to becoming a lower level rules engine. And that's my second point when it comes to future opportunities. I won't go into that in detail right now, but you can think about what we're doing with token gating as a rules engine based off of the assets that you hold. And the rule being you get access to certain channels in Telegram or Discord. So we want to open up this and create a specification around a generalized rules engine so that other developers can leverage, because we want to really unlock what it is to have token gating. And on top of that, when we are able to have this foundation laid out before us when it comes to the GM Pass, smart accounts, sponsored transactions, we then go from not only the assets that you hold right now, but potential transaction history. So there's this investigation of a transaction engine. And so there could be other rules that could be applied to that as well. And then you can also think about actions outside of a blockchain. So things that you've done in Telegram, or things that you've done on Discord, or things that you've done on Twitter or X, right? Whether it's replying or reposting. All of these on-chain and off-chain events can be tied to your GM Pass. You, as that user of the GM Pass, have full custody in terms of what you want to share and whom you want to share them with. We also now have, with the potential of advertising, some demand, a reason to share. But we've learned from Web 2 what happens when there are breaches of privacy. So we are trying to be in alignment with the overall evolution of what we believe the web is going, using Web 1 principles or business models, applying Web 2 social to be able to make a better Web 3. And so these are evolutions that now with AI as well are really going to unlock a lot of different things. And, you know, we are super excited about the unlock of AI in a group context as well. So not only individually, but in a group. So we have Spark AI that right now, if you are in a Collab Land managed Discord that has a Spark AI mini app installed, you can actually ask the AI questions about that specific Discord server. We want to expand that, and you can imagine the Collab Land bot being being instrumented to be able to keep conversations alive and keep questions going based off of what's happening in a Discord. You can imagine that AI also summarizing what's happening in that Discord. So if you're new, you can see what the vibe is like currently. You can then imagine these different summarization AIs talking to each other and discussing or figuring out whether or not different DAOs or NFT communities should partner together. There's a lot to unlock here. And so we're going to first do this through the member portal, but then also unlock this in a community or group setting. And then we'll figure out what happens when the individual and the group context in terms of AI intersect. And we're super excited about that as well. And so that is pretty much it in terms of what I have this week. And again, I am super excited about the imminent launch, the POC of the member portal. And please come back in 2 weeks for that. And that's all I have right now. So we can move on to Q&A. Which is the last slide, if there are any other questions. And then Chibi, if we want to potentially do the POAP.
Sounds great. All right, I don't see any other questions in the chat right now, but just to remind everyone, if you have any questions AI related or related to what we talked about in today's meetup, please drop them in the chat, or you can raise your hand if you would like to be brought up to the stage to ask any questions. But while we wait, and I'm very excited about this week's POAP, let's get to it. So for everyone in the audience, we will be using the POAP mini app, one of my favorite mini apps, if I'm allowed to say that. It's just so much easier than the normal procedure to distribute POAPs. So yeah, we'll be using the POAP mini app. If you haven't used it before, no worries. It's very easy. All you need to do is to use the /command /POAP claim, and I'll send you guys the command in the chat that you can just click because that's usually easier. So if you check the state chat, you'll see a command that says /POAP claim. You can click that and it will ask you for a claim phrase. That claim phrase is passkey, all lowercase and with no spaces in between. Passkey. Let's spell it in case that's helpful. That would be PASSKEY. Passkey. Again, all lowercase and with no spaces in between. Once that you write it down, you can hit enter and you will receive a code that you can click. It should take you to the website and you enter your ENS or the wallet you want it to be received. And you can also use the mobile app. You can copy the last 6 digits and enter them in the POAP mobile app. That should work too in order to claim the POAP. Yay! Okay, I see in the chat that no one's having any issues claiming, which is amazing. POAP changed their claiming interface. Oh, would that be in the website?
Yes. It looks different.
I see. Uh-huh. I haven't checked that actually because I used the website for some reason. Let's take a look. I'm curious. Uh-huh.
Yeah, POAP has a pretty aggressive kind of IP. I don't know, what do you call it? Kind of gating functionality. So if two people are claiming a POAP that are coming from the same Wi-Fi, but different names, it sometimes will block that IP address. That's what I've noticed before, and that's happened to me. But then I moved, and so it started working again.
Right? Yeah, the same happened to me. And it's working again for me as well. But it was blocking me at some point. Maybe because
Hmm.
I've stayed in the same house as people who claim POAPs all the time as well. So maybe that was it. I'm not sure. But glad it's working
Yeah,
now. Mhm.
yeah.
Oh, and I like the new interface. Looks good. Yeah, all right. Let's repeat it one more time just in case that anyone missed it. The secret phrase to claim the POAP is pass key, all lowercase, no spaces in between. And in order to claim it, we're using the POAP mini app. So that's with the slash command POAP claim. If anyone has any issues claiming for any reason, no worries. You can reach out to me and I'll get you a code to claim the POAP. So no worries about that. Just let me know.
Awesome. Love the artwork. It's great.
Thank you.
Excellent.
I spent a lot of time yesterday trying to figure it out because there's currently no ace with the finger looking that way, so I
Right.
had to move things around. I'm so glad it worked, thankfully.
That's
But
great.
yeah, learning. I think that's the most
Now,
exciting part about this. You get to learn as you go.
yes. Now we see what Ace's hand looks like sideways.
I think it's really cool. I need more ace things. Love ace
Yeah,
in any form. Mhm.
me too. Anjali and I were talking about, you know, different merch that we can have. I can't wait until we get like stuffies and things like that.
Oh my gosh, for sure. I will not be very responsible with my finances when we have the merch store. And I will regret nothing. I just need it all. We'll get there.
Awesome. Excellent.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if there are any other questions, but I would tell everyone I'm hoping that we can give a POC and demo and showcase everything that I've been talking about for the last couple of AI meetup sessions when it comes to the member portal, could actually show it to you. So look forward to that. And it may be easier to understand once you see this all in action. It's one of those things where, especially with technology or anything technical, that explaining it verbally is kind of hard. But once you see it, it all kind of falls into place, and you're like, oh, I get it now. And so please come back next AI meetup. And we are very anxious and eager to show a demo here and alpha it to everyone that's coming to the AI team meetup.
Amazing. I'm so looking forward to it. And yeah, I can relate to what you said. I understand things better when I see them, not when I hear or read them. So that's super interesting because um everyone's different in that aspect.
Mhm.
So I am really looking forward to it. And just to put it out there, the next AI meetup would be in 2 weeks, so September 25th, 25th, at the same time, which would be 12:30 Eastern. The event will be posted in the events room. I believe in 15 minutes. It is repeated, so you can RSVP to it as soon as it's posted to be reminded when the event happens again in 2 weeks. Yeah, having said that, I think that we are good to wrap things up. Thank you so much, James, for this amazing AI research team meetup and everyone in the audience for attending. Really, really appreciate you guys.
Excellent. Thank you, Chibi. I was just looking over the chat. Oh, I didn't get to say goodbye to Anjali. I hope she has a safe flight. Hopefully, if I don't
Oh,
know if she's going to listen to this recording or not. But yes, um, thank you, and looking forward to next meetup. And thanks everyone here. Please feel free to ask questions in the meantime. But yeah, super excited by next meetup. I don't want to build it up too much, but I can't wait.
Yay. We will see you guys next time. Until then,
Awesome. Thanks everyone. Bye for now.
bye bye.